The difference between us is that I can feel pain.
Sounds like a real boogeyman. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy.
There's someone else in the hotel with us. There's a crazy woman in one of the rooms.
It's got a death curse.
This isn't science. It's more like black magic.
Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper.
Hello, my Not Owl friends, and welcome to another edition of Pumpkinhillradio. I'm your host, Travis Wormwood.
Hey, we're out here.
And that's your other host, Dawson Trailer.
Yeah.
Welcome to all the new listeners. Thank you, as always, to the Pumpkinhillradio Big Brass Band for putting on that nice intro. For all the new listeners, tell your friends about us. Every week we pretty much dig into some esoteric topics and just some weird shit. If you like that, you'll like us. It's a nice, relaxed conversation that we want you to be a part of, and you can bring your friends in. We can all talk together. So And speaking of that, we're on episode 49 here, fully into season 3, and we finally got our Patreon set up.
Oh yeah, get in there.
We've been talking about it, fussing with it for a while, but now for the listeners, if you check out patreon.com/pumpkinhillradio, or you just check out our links in the description. That's where you can find. We're still building it up, but right now we just we have one premium episode up right now, but it's a good one.
Go check it out. Post some memes in the comments.
Yeah, you can because you
check
can.
It out.
So at the $5 tier, you're gonna get the once a month episode. This one was about the green children of Wool Pit. Right. This is a nice 12th century weird as hell tale, and we have some nice takes on it. And then
interesting account.
So we're going to build that up with other content as well. But then just for free, though, you can sign up as a free member. And I got a nice Dropbox folder on there right now of like 100+ different aesthetically pleasing Halloween pictures, things that you can set as your phone background, things that you can set to your friends, things that you're going to want to have around this holiday season, and things you're going to want to have all year round. So go ahead. That's just to get you in the door.
Your desktop background, your laptop background, your phone background.
Yeah. That's the Patreon, and then go ahead and send us an email at pumpkinhillradio@gmail.com for any of your spooky stories, anything you want us to research specifically, and to get a link to our Discord, because that link expires every 7 days, so we can't put it in the description. Just let us know, and we'll get you in there. A lot of good boards on there. We can chat all day about weird as hell shit. Anything else, Dawes? How are we feeling?
I feel
it's
good.
Season 3, man.
Season 3, man.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Episode 50 is next up. I hope you're giving me a cake.
For 50?
For episode 50?
Like something.
Yeah, 1 week.
Gotta make a cake in that.
Build a cake in 1 week.
That's a lot, dude.
Or something. I like ice cream cake.
I like ice cream cake, too.
We can make that.
We can just get one from Dairy Queen.
It's Halloween Hype Fest.
We can just get one from Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's good.
It's Halloween Hype Fest, Dawson, here at Pumpkinhillradio. We decided that... fuck the whole 30 days thing, or even we want like a good 45 to 60 days.
90 days.
90 days is optimal.
Yeah.
I think we're sitting at
at
probably,
right?
At this point, when this drops, it'll be about 50. Cool. We're just gonna.
I have no idea.
We're putting that out in the air. I just want people to be feeling it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's already hitting. Fall. The spooky times are already
basically
here.
Over.
And if you're not realizing they're already here, you're too late.
And
you're
with
gone before you even know it.
Yeah, you want to sit in it. Fall's the time of the year for me. It makes me remember my grandparents a lot.
Yeah.
Big
time. Oh shit.
Oh, technical difficulties.
We're good.
Damn it. No. I could just cut this little part out. We're good.
Yeah.
I can swing back into the grandma thing really quick.
We're good here.
That was after 3 hours. That was about 3 hours of recording. I knew that was gonna fall since last time.
Yeah.
And we're back. Yeah. Fall just makes me remember my grandparents a lot.
Oh yeah, dude.
Throughout the years growing up, my parents would take us over there all the time. We all lived in the same town, and my grandma, at least on my mom's side especially, would decorate heavily for every season, and fall was no exception. And that was really special. She had the whole like little town, even like with like those little like ceramic and that was back like she got those probably in like the 50s or something, and so they were like actual. I know my mom has a few of these like Christmas ones, but she had like
plastic. It was like
no,
wood, ceramic.
She had like a whole fall time thing like version of it too, which I really appreciated. I like there's a specific scent from their house in the fall. It was like this like very. I guess now it almost seems chemically, but it was like that, like whatever you'd buy in like the grocery store for a fall scent.
Well, there's like those, it's like the pumpkin spice.
Yeah, it's like that
cinnamon, pine cone kind of smell.
I guess just mixed with like a natural like old person smell, whatever my like keen senses were picking up on when I was like 8.
Yeah,
right.
Well, I remember just like I don't know. I remember going to like trick or treating in your grandparents' neighborhood.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
I remember going to like one grandparent's house, trick or treating that neighborhood, going to my other grandparents' house because it was like 20 minutes away.
Yeah, that's nice about having your grandparents in town. You get like
you go like trick or treating you go to your grandparents' house, trick or treat. Oh, there's my grandkids.
Yeah, dude. You just sit around. Dude. They got a little. Your grandma's like in a goofy like cat outfit with like a pumpkin
raking
shirt
leaves
on.
at your grandparents' house and like jumping in the pile of leaves. Like
it's fucking fall season, people.
Damn.
Season 3 is fall season around here.
Yeah. It just starts getting me thinking about Thanksgiving too at grandma's house. That's always like a classic.
Well, we're almost out of fall at that point.
I know, right?
It's
yeah.
getting cold now. You know what my favorite one of my favorite imageries of fall is those orange garbage bags that have like the jack-o'-lantern face on it that like you and your dad would fill up with leaves.
Yeah.
Because you remember my yard when I grew up, that it was just like huge.
Yeah.
And so like mowing it was always goofy. Not like huge, but it was just like on this hill too.
Yeah.
But like when it was
sprawling.
covered in trees, and so in the fall time there was this 1 or 2 times a year where my dad would like get me and my older brother to.
Yeah.
It's like a full
day. Full forest just around your house.
A full day of like we have this huge tarp that we'd lay out and rake them all onto the tarp and like pull them up into the woods.
Yeah.
And then I'd like walk through it, and it'd be up to my chest.
Yeah.
Jump in it and stuff.
That's
Man, I can smell it.
Oh yeah. Smell it, feel it.
It's crunchy. At that point, it's like kind of wet too. Like you pile them all up.
It's a little itchy on your skin a little bit.
Yeah. Damn. Now that's a good fall day.
You kind of get like little bits of like crumpled up like crumbs of the leaves stuck in all your clothes.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
For days.
It's everywhere. You definitely that's how you got ticks.
Oh yeah, easily, dude. Getting 1,000 ticks.
I'm wondering, like
another 1,000 ticks.
My brother got like a severe case of Lyme disease. I think we were talking about one episode, and like,
oh yeah, dude.
Like I think this might have been an easy factor. It's like,
1,000
crawling
ticks.
up to your head in wet leaves and like in the forest.
Yeah, dude. You get 1,000,000 ticks.
Yeah. Damn.
Burrowed into you.
I love that.
Dude, ticks, man. Talk about fucking.
What's up, vampires of the animal world? One of them. There's a lot of
They're like something like
vampire
that. Vampire
bats, I guess, as well.
I don't know, man.
Bats
ticks are like a whole. There's something
like a parasite,
even more sinister.
An alien. You see them when they get full.
Oh my
god!
God,
Am I thinking of the same thing?
Oh,
they can
balloon out.
Oh,
see them on like pets and stuff, dude.
Oh, that's nasty.
Gross. They're fucking
like
the worst. You see them like close up. See like under like a microscope. They're like the worst little fucking monsters, dude. Actually, I forgot to tell you this, but at work, Tanner.
Where you going with that mic? I was trying to run out of the room with the mic.
I'm just like moving around. I'm trying to get it stable. It's been fucking like wobbling, and I keep leaning forward and bumping into it.
It's definitely about to.
It's not very stable right now. But Tanner goes outside. He goes outside to like take the trash out. Black Widow. He comes in, tells me to look in this cup. There's just a black widow in there.
Nice.
Huge black widow. Like its like body was like the size of like my thumbnail.
It's like a dumpster spider.
And then it was just like outside the bakery. And he was like, "Damn." He went and threw it in the dumpster, but I was like, "Fuck, man."
He's throwing a spider.
I looked at it, dude. There's a smell. I could smell it in the cup.
Poisoning.
Yeah, it smelled like poison and death.
Damn.
I shook it around and saw the little hourglass. Dude, they're fucking weird. It's weird that those are like a real thing.
Yeah. Well, the iconography of it is like beyond itself at this point by so many degrees.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and every spooky picture of a spider you see is like a Black Widow. Freaky.
And cut.
Let me fix this. I gotta just get it on it.
Yeah, like that. Take your time.
Fresh spot.
That's what I mean. We're gonna like at some point have to unscrew it and flip it a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll just have to get another shot of this board eventually, but.
Or just something that's not like plywood. Nice. Instead of actually stopping the recording, I just said cut. all this coughing is going to be in that.
Perfect.
Right, that's also the thing. They're twisting a thing, but it's upside down.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Am I doing anything right now? Uh-oh.
Alright. I think I just need to not try to like move it down as much. Here we go. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
You want
here.
something to hold on to?
I got
You
it.
like a fushigi.
We got it here. We got it. I'll
I
just
need
hold
to
this
find
down.
my fushigi.
I just want to make sure I'm not like I don't know.
Yeah, you
I feel
kind of
like I'm like rocking. I'm like,
it picks
I'm
up
always
really.
rocking
It's
and rolling.
picking up great, I think.
Alright, we're good.
And we're back.
We're back. All right.
Yeah, I guess we were talking just like the iconography of spider. That hourglass is so striking. The red hourglass.
It's-
I mean, come on.
Dude, the way its like legs are, the way its legs, it's I don't know. Black Widow is a freaky looking spider. It literally is like the most awful. You just see it and you know you don't want that by you. Like there's spiders you see and you're like, oh, they're kind of cute. Like, oh, that's like kind of ugly. This is like, get that thing the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get that thing the fuck. away
How
from
deadly
me.
exactly are they? I feel like I feel
Like
like
they'll kill you. You like need to get like anti venom.
do we?
Let me look it up.
Yeah,
'Cause
like,
I'm pretty sure it's like the most. It's like one of the most poisonous spiders. It's like a
there's
rattlesnake.
no way I'm just like tanking it though, or like is there?
Well, my theory too is like I think my skin's thick enough that it's not gonna puncture it all the
Sure.
way. But I don't know if that's how its poison works. I think its poison can like get on your skin and like fuck you up.
Ooh, it's like an alien. It's like a xenomorph.
First fucking thing that comes up: how POI poisonous are black widows? Rarely fatal to humans. The venom contains alpha latrotoxin, a neurotoxin that can cause a variety of symptoms. Come on, show me more. Look at that. Okay.
Give me.
What?
Hit me.
Headache, high blood pressure, increased saliva and sweating, light sensitivity, inflammation, swelling, pain, vomiting, muscle rigidity. Okay.
And I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling that at all times.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always getting bit by black widows, I think. My
My
muscles are so
are.
rigid.
Yeah, I was gonna say specifically the muscle rigidity.
I'm always sweating, and I have so much rigid,
Either
so
that, or
rigid
I'm
muscles.
turning into the Thing from the Fantastic Four.
Oh my god, this damn mic.
Now, for the listener, I'm probably gonna cut around a lot of this, but we're having some extreme issues with Dawson's mic. Just not the quality so much as the just where it's sitting.
Yeah. Don't cut this.
No,
don't cut this.
the people. This is the struggle.
This
This
is
is all DIY.
yeah. This is behind the
What's
scenes.
another poisonous spider? Is it brown recluse? Is that
Brown
one?
recluse. I think the Brazilian wandering spider is a pretty poisonous one. Which way is this going? I need this.
Dawson's trying to tighten the mic stand on a thing, but the screw's going upside down, and so the twisting motion may or may not be backwards, and it's just confusing.
The righty tighty, lefty loosey.
It's sort of confusing even to
Move.
twist something in.
We're just going right here. Here we go. That's good. This feels solid.
This is a very DIY little piece, though. I'll say it's got a half-life to it. Like,
Honestly-
there's a time when it won't work.
Yeah. I think we're almost there.
Yeah, it seems like maybe even right now.
All right. We're here. Okay, I think it's stable enough. I think I put it up in a spot that's gonna be good.
Dawson, name as many spider species as you know off your top of your head.
Pink toad tarantula,
1,
Brazilian wandering spider,
2,
funnel web spider,
3,
black widow,
4,
wolf spider,
5,
or weaver.
6.
Uh,
That's already
Fuck.
pretty good.
Those are
I
good
mean,
ones.
that's
That's
actually good.
jumping spider.
7.
Fuck.
Daddy
I know.
long legs.
Daddy long legs, dude. That's a good one. Shit, man.
That's isn't that not one? That's like an arachnid though, right?
It's like
Which is,
something.
like,
It's like
not a-
something else.
Which I don't know. Yeah,
I guess it's an arachnid, but it's not a spider.
it is weird. It's like a little ball. It just like runs around on little like
Let me look it up.
noodly hairs. That is the weirdest thing. Those things are weird, right? Daddy long legs. Is that their scientific name?
I'm just looking it up. cellar spiders. That's not what that is. That's not the same thing. There it is. Yeah.
What's the scientific name? Is it?
Harvestman. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Hey Google, your AI sucks. Let us see the links, buddy.
Let me get in here. I gotta find the one there because they're showing like cellar spiders, which are like similar to they have the long legs, but they have like they're a spider. But the daddy long legs are just that ball, and
they're just like a pea with like a hair.
They are like they're called like huntsman spiders, I think, because they just like take other spiders' webs. I think.
Oh,
like old spider webs. They're like
nice.
Cobweb things.
Oh, they're weird as they're.
Yeah.
Aren't they also like poisonous if you?
I think so.
As an animal, if you like eat it.
I believe that.
I don't know. I've never tried to eat one of those things. I don't know. I don't like the look of them. What do you got?
They're unusual among arachnids in that they can ingest solid food particles. Okay.
Oh, instead of like, because arachnids usually tie them up and liquefy them,
like
right?
Suck the insides out.
Damn, so this thing's just running around eating like crumbs. It's just like eating the meat of the bug.
Yeah, they just like eat shit.
Does that seem weirder than liquefying it? For it to just like be like pinching off tiny bits of meat? Is meat the right word when you're talking about like a fly?
I think flies have meat. I think bugs have meat. It's just in the inside.
Yeah.
They have an exoskeleton.
Bug meat.
Which that's weird, huh? So I'm seeing Opiliones. Opiliones.
That's the scientific name.
Yeah, harvestman.
Okay.
Delicate legs of silver.
Daddy's delicate legs of silver.
Silver delicate legs.
Long
wow. Daddy. Woo.
All right. Anything else on spiders? I actually got some topics today.
I mean,
we can probably tangent on.
I mean, let me just look up. I'm just gonna. Okay.
This is your spider. This is your 5 minutes in spider hour.
Yeah.
We're gonna let Dawson sit in a room and talk without recording for the other 55 minutes of that. But here's your 5 minutes.
I mean,
of spider
just
hour.
look at Black Widows though. Let's just look at some images of these.
Yeah. All right.
Look at those.
Yep.
Fucking freaky.
Listener, are you seeing this?
It kind of looks like what Spider-Man got bit by, but
yeah, actually, I wonder if I'm sure some comic explains it, but I bet it is some kind of.
Nice. We got the USA spider chart. It's really, really low resolution. I can't even read it. Maybe if I go to the link. Maybe I go and get on the link here. All right, we don't have to talk about Spider-Man.
Nice. So that was your 5 minutes.
We don't have to talk about Spider-Man. I named a good
Spider.
amount. I felt good about that.
Spider Hour started really strong there, though.
Dude, I used to love Spider.
That's what I mean. That's why I was like, yeah.
I remember some of them.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, because I remember being really into dinosaurs. Then I got really into spiders.
Yeah, you were gross as a kid because dinosaurs are sick. Then I remember you getting into spiders.
I got into spiders, dude. Well, I was like scared of spiders for a while, and then I like embraced it.
Yeah, you gotta.
I embraced it.
You were smart. You're just like, let me just.
What a bedroom in the basement, dude. Cellar spiders everywhere.
Remember you like just like drawing them and shit.
I love drawing spiders. I remember I'd like there'd be spider webs around like at the outside of my house, and I'd just like find bugs and put them in the web and like. Just observe that.
She just remember, and you lived in the basement, by the way. It's
yeah.
Imagine like going to your kid in the basement. And he's just like in the bed drawing spiders.
Yeah, he's drawing spiders. Has like jars with spiders in his room. I would like make little jar enclosures.
I know that you think you
Crazy,
just now breaching the wall of getting weird as hell, but
No, I've been there, dude.
I think you've been.
I'm just now accepting it.
Yeah. That's funny.
Never did. Yeah, I thought that was just normal.
Walking in and your kid just drawing spiders. It's innocent, but it's also just like, why are you doing the freakiest version of innocence right now?
What are you doing? You're collecting bugs outside? Why? Well, I have jars of spiders that need
feeding my
eaten.
spiders.
I have 20 spiders in jars in my room. I need to feed them. Okay, Dawson.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
yeah.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for the walk down Spidery Lane.
Yeah, just like I thought I'd bring up the Black Widow. Figured that happened today.
That was sick. Nice.
Crazy.
Talk about horror this week. That's about all we got horror this week.
That's about it for me. That's all that happened between me and.
So I just I was down a bunch of different rabbit holes.
Yeah.
I think I can go off on different things when we get to it, but I wanted to talk about, and if you're coming in right now, the chapter will land you here.
Yeah.
Hello.
If you don't
Hello?
like the spider talk, here
Welcome. We're past the spider talk. I'm sorry if that scared you.
we are. Yeah.
We are
Freaky
now going to
stuff.
talk about Midwest cryptids. It's been, and this is kind of a nice like catalog of cryptids, maybe a nice menagerie. We can sit on each of them as long as we want, and I want to draw some lines between them because I have some specifically because it was more or less werewolf research for a while.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot going on there.
Cool.
Dawson, what are some other cryptids in like just the Midwest area that you
there's
know?
Man-Bat. There's a Man-Bat. I know that was like a big one around where we lived.
That's like a pretty local one.
That's very like local. But I think that is very close to Mothman. That's a very close thing.
Yes.
It's like a rural town.
And Mothman also he hangs
Small
out
town
around
thing.
Lake Michigan and Chicago as well. Apparently that's where he went.
I think
after,
from like everywhere from like West Virginia to like probably Wisconsin.
well,
Minnesota.
it's looking like he's more moving around Wisconsin now though,
Well, I
or
think-
he's got brothers.
Also, just where we lived in like the Mississippi Valley, I think the Mississippi River has a lot of. There's like river monsters in there.
Yes.
There's creatures of the deep in those like rivers because those rivers get like deep in spots, and it's murky. You can't. I mean, who knows what's down there?
Something called the Lake Michigan monster. You ever heard of that? It's basically
What
just
is
like
that?
a Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, just a giant.
This is the one I have the
freak.
least research on. I'm just seeing it right now, and you're talking about water stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I've seen like some really large snakes before.
Yeah.
Out on like the marsh and stuff, and you come across a sandbar and you see like, I mean, it was probably like as wide as my arm, but when I was a kid,
It's
I
a
was
big
like,
ass fucking snake.
it's like, what the fuck is that?
Well, dude, okay, so I say I don't have that much research
Giant
on the Lake
snapping
Michigan monster, but really, we actually do have a lot. We've had entire episodes on it because Mishipeshu,
That's what that
the
is.
Great Lynx of the
Yeah.
Ojibwe legends.
Water cat.
Yeah, this water underwater panther they call them, and that was anywhere from like it was described as like from a cat looking thing to a reptilian looking thing to like a classic Loch Ness monster, big ass fucking like plesiosaur type monster.
Yeah, just like
So like especially I guess when taking into account a lot of places in America, but the Midwest specifically, at least just for where we've been researching our stuff, there is like a lot of these cryptids and things can almost be traced back to some of these different lores and legends.
oh yeah,
You know, we have like the Wendigo, who's just straight up like this creature of that lore, like of that lineage, basically. And
I mean, dude, I used to go hunting a lot. I used to be in the woods a lot.
fire engine outside, fucking scared. I thought it was like, I'm just getting scared.
But yeah,
Halloween feeling, talking about monsters right now.
and you hear a fucking alarm
Fucking
go
on
off.
edge, yeah. It's like a.
But well, because this is fall time too, like bow hunting, going out bow hunting, like deer hunting is, I guess, is later in the fall, but bow hunt, you go up. I remember going out real early in the morning, going bow hunting and stuff, and like, man, there's like things you hear out there, and you're like, you can't quite see it. Shadows moving, you know.
That's
You just get a feeling too. You're out there. I remember there was like a lot of times I'd be like walking to like a tree stand, and like I like stop. I'd like, you know, you like, it's like something you do when you're hunting. You like walk slowly. You like stop and like listen, and you like hear some rustling, and it's like there's things that like sound bigger than like a deer. It's like deer and like squirrel almost sound the exact same. And then there's things where like you're like, that's huge. What is that? And then like there's been times where I like run. I'm like, I gotta go. I like. Cause you're just out there with like a flashlight.
Yeah.
Dude, a flashlight at night in the woods is
That's
scariest
the scariest
thing.
thing you can do.
That's the scariest
You're
thing.
pulling an iron giant.
Yeah, you're like, okay. All right.
What and what's the best case scenario? if
Whatever's
something
out here
comes
can see me for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, hate that.
I can't see shit though.
Damn, yeah.
That was always scary. I know my dad has like he's like seen some things out there too where he's
I'm
like,
sure.
it's like, don't know what it was. It's like, I don't think it was, I've seen bears. Probably wasn't a bear.
Yeah.
But
What does that
he's
mean?
like, I've seen like, he's like, maybe it was like some like Black Panther or something. Doubt it though.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Well, I
Couldn't tell you what it is, just know it was weird.
and I even started looking up some of this stuff because I was like, I'm going camping just like tomorrow.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
I just want to freak myself out a little bit. Whatever. I like to do that. And it just
You never
led to all
know
this
what
stuff.
you
I'm
might
like,
see, man.
then it leads to like Bigfoot stuff and all,
dude.
that too, which is kind of more of this like Colorado, like Rocky Mountains and like northwest area. But it's all around there.
I mean, that's
think.
like where my dad was like elk hunting, like out here,
Mhm.
out in the Rocky Mountains, and like that's where he like saw something like he was like up on like a ridge on like a mountain, and he was looking down, and there's like another like rock, and he saw something just like stand up and walk away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that
stand
was.
up. Yeah.
I don't know what that
I don't
was.
like that verbiage.
And my dad's like, yeah, it was freaky. And like my dad's like my dad like was the guy that like woke up in the middle of the night with like 2 hatchets and scared away bears from the camp, you know,
yeah.
in his underwear.
Yeah.
He's like that guy, and he's like, yeah, that made me uncomfortable. Whatever that was.
Yeah, fuck.
'Cause they like didn't look like anything. Like he's shot bears, you know, he's hunted bears. He knows what bears look like. He knows how they move, how they sound. Like, you're like, yeah. It's like maybe it was, and I was just mistaken, but I don't know what that was. He like doesn't talk about it much either, so I'm like, all right. But he's like, he's like, it's a real thing. He's like, Bigfoot's real for sure.
Yeah, dude.
You know, he's like, it's real. Whatever it is, it's out there. Like, there's shit out there. But yeah,
I'm getting spooked.
yeah, man.
I'm like getting.
Yeah, dude, you're going Cameron, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be freaky.
Well, yeah, there's already like the bear signs
Yeah.
out there, which
I mean,
I'm
bears alone are
Yeah.
scary.
which I'm good with. But all right, what was it beyond that?
You can bring you you can use my gun if you want.
No, I'm good. This is my the only
You'll
way
be fine.
I know how you got to jam your arm down its throat,
Yeah, there you
choke
go.
it. I think you lose an arm that way, but
Just like grab open its jaw with
Yeah.
your hands,
um,
like King Kong on the T-Rex.
you ever heard of the Beast of Bray Road?
What's that?
This is the thing in Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's a cryptid. It's a fucking werewolf fucking creature.
All right. Yeah.
It was standing on 2 legs. It had a muscular build. It was covered in hair with a fucking dog-like face. This is back in the late 30s.
So is this like something that maybe is it because like werewolves like are humans that transform to wolves, right? Like a man wolf.
Yes.
But then there's Dogman, which is like a different...
Dogman is, basically the difference as far as I can gather. Like, werewolf is, something that's more of a transferring creature.
Yeah. Like there's
And
a human.
A Dogman is more of just a straight up cryptid. Like, it's just... It's, I think it's even in the build, too. I think werewolves are a little more, like, maybe, like, heavy set and, like,
They might
more
be more
in
like
that...
human-like.
Well, I think... No, actually, what it is the Dogman has had to have, like, a very human-like body with just, like, a dog-like head.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think werewolves are more, like, hunched over and kind of that, like, more in-between state.
Yeah. I know they both just like are freaky as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like there were sightings in the 30s, 1930s, and then there was a bunch of attention in the fucking 80s, and then like the 90s.
Yeah.
People that was around Elkhorn, Wisconsin, though.
Okay.
Right.
Small town.
Which, yeah,
I'd be willing to bet there's probably like 25 to 30,000 people that live in that town. I'm just gonna throw that out
no,
there.
I'm like there's not enough to even.
As far as like any town in like Wisconsin
Mhm.
that you can't think of immediately, it's probably between like 50 and 20,000 people there.
But it's called Beast of Bray Road because they just fucking
Mm-hmm.
they just found them on Bray Road, which is apparently there.
Got some construction.
I honestly can't tell if they're knocking because like they've never knocked from us being loud before.
No, that sounds like someone nailing.
They're just like
off in
nailing
the
a thing.
corner. We're not that
Like
loud. We're not being that loud.
I'm
We're
like,
having just a normal conversation.
I'm in a weird. mental
Might
state
just be
right now.
ghosts in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's the Beast of Bray Road. That's the
Mhm.
Beast of Bray Road. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Now Midwest cryptids that are also like, have you heard of the Michigan Dogman?
I've
'Cause
heard
that's-
of like something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in 1887, right? Lumberjacks in
Dogman.
Wexford County described this thing as having a man's body with a dog's head,
Yeah.
right? Then there was a renewed interest 100 years later in 1987 when there was actually somebody released a song called "The Legend," which is this. It's a. I'm not gonna try to play it here. It's not very. I don't think it's a very good song. It's more of just him talking over music.
Just like a folk song.
Yeah, it's just a folk song. It's apparently it was described as being 7 feet tall.
Yeah. They're
Right.
huge.
Fucking
There's like videos. I've seen like videos of this kind of a thing. But yeah, what else about it? I'll describe the video after.
well, they say its howl sounds like a human scream,
Mhm.
which is startling.
Mhm. They say that about like skinwalkers and like wendigos and
Well-
stuff. Like they like know how to mimic like a woman screaming.
That's where it all kind of collides with like this like Native American lore and stuff, and all
Mhm.
these like there's like these different werewolf, and like
They like lure you out. Like how?
and then there's like we've personally talked to like Native Americans that have told us that they're like
Yeah.
they know like their grandparents would like shape shift into
Like a fox.
Specifically, like a white Arctic fox to travel like bigger distances, like to different tribes and whatever, which I like fully buy into. So I'm just like, I don't know. And then like you have, and so that seems like a kind of like a white magic thing. And then there's like more black magic aspects with like the Wendigo.
If there's like a wholesome version of that, there's a very freaky, fucked up, dark version of it.
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah, so there's like, and the Wendigo is like, I believe that like that's when you eat human meat, whatever, you become this like cannibal monster, and you just are hungry forever. Yeah. There's a lot more to it that we can do a whole thing on that. That'll be fun. But it's I think like this like changing into something or
well, like because I've seen videos of like. It was like people like it was like a possible like Dogman sighting, and it was like somewhere around like the like Michigan area, and they're like on about like a river or like a lake, and these guys are in a boat, and they're like, "What? Oh, is that like someone's dog over there?" And then all of a sudden, like they're like, "Oh, okay." They're like, kind of like coming near, like, "Oh, let's like see, like, is this like a stray dog?" And all of a sudden, it stands up, and it's like 8 feet tall, and like walks away, and they like, cause like they like saw it walk away, and it looks like it doesn't look that big or anything, and then like. A dude like goes and stands where this like brush was, and it's like you'd be like hidden by this brush,
it's
and
not
he's
even
like
there.
It was like up to its waist, and it walks away, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
it's just like, what is that?
And like, I don't know. There's like, how do you feel about werewolves in general? Where are you at with all that?
Dude, I mean, I believe in shapeshifters for sure.
Yeah,
I believe like if you can werewolf shapeshifters. I think there's like reptilian versions of that. I think there's like
because there is
I think there's beings that. Can like mask as humans that are like,
which kind of gets into some of our like weirder sleep
out.
Paralysis and like demonology lore that we were kind of studying. That's kind of where I'm at with it too. There's actually I guess I want to tell you this little story just from memory that I have of there's some Greek stuff mixed in with this, a little touch on our Greek mythology stuff.
Dude, it's all doing
lessons. There's there was a king called like his name was Lycaon.
Sounds about right.
Lycaon, and he was trying to gain the god's favor, like specifically Zeus.
Yeah.
And so because this city that he was running as a king, it was failing like for a long centuries. It was starting to just go downhill, and so he gets in control, and he's like trying to put effort into it. The citizens around him are hyped on him, but he's like kind of be pretty shitty. He's starting to try to do bigger and bigger sacrifices to please the gods. Pretty soon he's fucking sacrificing humans.
Getting a little too dark with it.
Pretty soon he's sacrificing humans. He's doing things. Yeah, he's dipping into that dark magic again. That's black magic where...
he's like, he thinks he's like communing with like a Zeus, but it's actually like a little more sinister.
Yeah, actually, who knows? But there's there's actually a time when Zeus comes to him.
Oh, yeah.
Comes to him. And the king... and his son are there at the table, and they're offering him like food to set on the table, and they start eating it, and it's just meat, and Zeus is like befouled by it. He's like, "What the fuck are we doing here, guys? That's human meat, guys. Like
that's not a good."
Yeah, they were taking these sacrifices and these like embodiment practices and these things way too far. They fucking start just eating humans as like a part of the sacrifice. They offer it to Zeus. Zeus fucking smites their asses, and then. Fucking Lycaon and his whole lineage just they instantly just turn into like fucking wolf men. Yeah. And they just like suffer from hunger and they have to eat fucking people all the time.
The insatiable hunger for human flesh.
Yeah. And then Lycaon that's how you get lycanthropy, which is like the werewolf, like whatever, changing.
What that is.
Yeah. And that's actually like, you were saying like, which is kind of like Lycaon. In the medical textbooks currently, there's lycanthropy is a true illness where it's just it's a section of schizophrenia. Yeah, where you just
a lot of these like paranormal things are like in the schizo realm.
Yeah, that's all. That's the only place that science knows where to put them. Yeah. Like you're seeing shit.
Well, the definition of it always changes too, because it used to be like if you just heard voices in your head. Yeah, and then people were like, well, that's just like intuition. That's like.
This guy thinks he's a lizard, so I guess only lizard by moonlight. What animal would you turn into? Do you think? Just
I'd probably be like a bit of like a dog, bear man.
Yeah,
maybe
dog, bear man.
Maybe like a salamander.
Nice, completely different.
Yeah,
You
I
could
don't
go
know.
down to the size of a salamander.
I'd be a huge salamander.
Okay, sick. Like a little Godzilla.
Yeah.
Nice. That's fucking sick.
Just kind of slurp around. Maybe like a giant, like a big snapping turtle.
Oh,
Like me size snapping turtle.
That's a
just
good
like
one.
A huge shell.
sounds like a Pokemon.
It'd be cool.
If it's huge like that.
With
I
like
don't know what
a
I'd
human
be.
head on a snapping turtle body.
I'd probably be a dragon.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Personally, I'd
Yeah,
probably pick
fuck yeah.
dragon.
I could see you being a dragon for sure.
A were-dragon.
Were-dragon.
I guess.
I think like a were-cat would be cool too.
Yeah.
Big cat.
Yeah, and that were surviving like
I don't know.
Skyrim races, right? Yeah, like
Yeah.
Dragonborn and all that. Well, hell,
I'd love to grow wings though.
that was
I
that
think
was
if I
just
could
a little.
choose it, I'd be like a man hawk,
Well, I was almost like thinking like eagle.
eagle man.
Yeah,
That's cool.
wingling monster
Yeah,
for sure.
Inglewing man.
Ing-
Inglewing.
So I guess there's other monsters to talk about here, but like this weird collection of werewolves, dogmen, these like
Just non-human entities.
shapeshifters, which I think
Well-
can be human, and then there's this other side of it where it's okay because I was also and this is kind of where it gets off of the Midwest cryptids, and we can get back into it. But I was looking at like elementals.
Okay.
I know we talked about it a little bit in our
Mhm.
Osmond Spare episode
Yeah,
he
yeah.
summoned an air elemental for a little while.
Yeah.
And like
yes.
the two people that saw it like killed themselves and went in
Yeah.
like a fucking psychopathic rage and shit. So it's just like I just wanted to know more. And it's like elementals, as far as like some of the lore and some of the
Mhm.
descriptions go, they are just these like ancient Gaia forces. They seem like they're like these precursors to like fucking even like gnomes and elves and stuff. It's like these like the fae folk.
Because they usually don't have like a form.
Mm-hmm. They're like
There's-
these pure.
It reminds me of like just like thinking about the air elemental and how that like was just like a wind force that kind of like took
It
a
had
shape
like a
almost.
shape, but it was just this flowing force. Yeah.
Have you seen those videos of people like in boats and it's like this huge like wake that follows them and comes up and they like can't see into the water.
Okay.
They like can't see what it is making this wake, but it's just
but
something,
it's something moving.
Huge.
Because elementals of each type can move through that element freely.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like-
it's like moving in this like water, but it is
Mhm.
water, so you
Mhm.
can't like see its shape or anything. But it's just this massive. It's just a massive energy
Yeah.
force.
Yeah, they are they're these most ancient Gaia forces. I know we were
It's
even
like
talking about
Yeah.
like when they do like fracking and stuff these days, blowing up the whole sides
yeah.
of mountains. They're just awakening these like ancient forces,
yeah.
these demons, or not demons. They're just awakening these Gaia forces that haven't been
and
tampered
like,
with
there's
since
rock elementals that
since
just
there was
have
like
formed
molten lava and
yeah.
Gaia and like Pangea was like floating on top
Yeah.
of the fire. Yeah,
You don't
it's-
think rock elementals weren't forming the mountains and
Mhm.
carving them or something? Like I
Mhm.
don't know.
or at least there's
maybe.
like spirits
Just
put in there.
living in
There's
there.
there's some of those Eastern religions where it's like every rock has a spirit in it. Like that's basically
yeah.
just like a form of an elemental at
Well,
that point.
yeah.
too.
I mean, if you think of like a spirit as like a vibrational energy force, literally like that's quantum physics will show you that everything's vibrating. Like rocks have vibration to them, crystals have vibrations to them,
they can move
and
through
they're all
their own-
unique too. So it's
Yeah.
like
So there is so like the elementals are there just straight up fire, earth, air, and water,
yeah,
and then like human is considered the fifth element, which is also like I mean that's true.
it's kind of like
It's like a movie.
mixture.
It's
lot
like
of
a.
it.
It's not just the movie, but it's just
Yeah.
that like that's or like it's even like aether like or like ether like
yeah.
space kind of this
It's that
like
spirit,
yeah
soul,
spirit kind of you kind of
consciousness.
yeah. It's
We're
kind of
the
like-
embodiment of like a conscious
Mhm.
consciousness, I
Mhm.
guess.
So yeah,
I see
so I say that they're precursors to the Fae folk, but they're not like exact like ancestors of it. They're kind
No.
of almost like these separate forces that were just born earlier.
Yeah, it's just
And
an
that-
older. It's like
It's just
something
an older
that formed
thing,
with the planet.
and then most
I
all
think it's like
Fae
what formed the planet too.
Yeah.
It's like those forces. Like you could say it's gravity, but it's like I think there's other things that work that like contain all the water in certain spots.
yeah
That moves the air,
yeah.
moves like the
all working
fire,
all
and
working
the molten
together like
lava,
that. Yeah, there's these ancient elemental fucking primordial
rocks
forces
and
pushing on each
forming
other.
the rocks into certain places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
so
can see it like that.
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's the elders.
Yeah, it is the others, and
Or
so
the eldest, I guess.
and
I
so
don't know.
most all Fae folk then can kind of be categorized into one of these four types.
Yeah,
Like elves or like what like wood gnome like just like
Yeah, yeah.
gnomes and things like that. Those are all
Water
on this
nymph.
like earth side. Water nymphs, exactly.
Mhm.
So and like those can move free. There's even and then in all the it goes across cultures too. Like in in like India's like legends, they have what are they called? The Naga, the serpent people.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some of like the first creatures to ever be given. Like those serpent creatures are apparently some of the first creatures to go on the earth to be given this like ancient knowledge, even like this like special magical knowledge.
That's like a theory of like, because you think of like Atlantis and shit and like an ancient advanced civilization. It's like we think they're humans. It's like they probably weren't.
No,
it's
like
not
a
how we know. Reptilian version of people.
Yeah, that's an older thing. Like
and like that might be still a thing. I mean, it's almost like memed into like oblivion, but like reptilian shapeshifters are like. I mean, I think that's a thing. If I'm gonna believe in werewolves, that's definitely like something going on. Like,
hey, yeah, if you want to hear a little bit about possible reptilians, go to the Patreon, and we did something on the Green Children of Woolpit that there's some theories we tossed around. Yeah, no spoilers here, though, folks.
But I mean, you've seen like videos too of like the people's like eyes changing on camera, like famous people's. And it's like I don't know, man.
So these can all be. Some of these things can just be traced, like certain elemental things, and like if it's like an alien presence, I don't know where that fits on like an elemental scale.
Well, okay, truly. Here's the thing too. Okay, so it's like it's like a psychedelic thing because like people have said they like do ayahuasca, they go on this journey and they meet they call them like gator entities, like crocodile people.
Yeah,
they're like lizard.
Yes,
these reptilian like alligators.
Just sitting at like a higher vibration kind of.
Just like in a different like. Realm, because it's one of those things, man. Like, it's something that like should be taught to people at like the earliest age you can like understand it. Is that like our eyes we can only like our five senses and our eyes can only take in like a small fraction of this whole spectrum of light and like sound and frequency.
Like we're all kind of vibrating at a certain thing to even sit on this earth, and there's other vibrations that would literally pass right through that.
There's things we can't detect with our senses. Like naturally, you know, just like unless you like tap into these like other realms,
the elementals,
like no, exactly,
as one possibility,
exactly.
But just so, I'm trying to like tie this back into even some of these like Wolfmans and stuff. It's like
oh yeah.
So I know we do a lot of gnome talk around here on Pumpkinhillradio. That's kind of one of our favorite things, and void gnomes specifically. Like gnomes are one of the quintessential. Like earth elemental forms that they can take. Yep, they're in the garden. That's where there's house gnomes that want to keep you grounded. Yep, exactly. That's why it's the garden gnome, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So, and like just some of our personal theory, like what is the opposite of like this earth thing? I'd fucking call it void. I'd be like, these like void gnomes that we talk about sometimes, these things that are breaking through from a different reality. Maybe that's even like the like quote unquote element that they're working with, you know, like instead of like aether, it's like some kind of
what's like
force,
dark matter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's like another one that we just like can't perceive yet. We're like detecting it, but we can't figure out, we can't measure it with anything because we just are so dependent on like our five senses.
Yeah, we're on like a way out there kick right now where I just like, I know that me and you are on it, but just for the listener, like we also understand that like these types of conversations can't really be measured in any like scientific way. It's just looking at like how long some of these ideas have stuck in like the human spectrum.
Stories of this shit.
Yep.
Everyone's talking about it all the time.
Yeah,
like,
in different forms across
different stories of that similar kind of a thing. It's like ancient in like every culture. They have like some. They're talking about something. Like
so it's like are some of these cryptids just like embodiments of these elementals, or just like newer versions of them, kind of just like reinterpretations, things that are being born. I talk about the Gaia force a lot. It's just energy, and it's just like the more and more I like
super believe in that
examine it, I think that it is something, and then I think there is, like we talk about these things that can infiltrate into our sleep paralysis and like do that kind of stuff. Like I do feel like that's some kind of something else that wouldn't be like a Gaia force, I don't think. So that would be what we would call a void entity.
Well, because if there's a Gaia, then there's like the yang to that or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's
something that's like a counterpart to that that's gonna like push and pull on it.
Yes.
And I think it's also like it's tied into just like human consciousness. I don't know, like whatever that even is, but it's like there's a reason like humans like have always like felt these are important things, and like it's universal in humans. You know what I mean? I don't think it's like. I'm sure it just happens all over the world, but I think it specifically happens for humans to witness and see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're like
it's like
we have the consciousness to perceive it, And
otherwise, we'd never see these. If they didn't want to be seen, we would never see it.
Well, and that's the tricky part with elementals, because for the most part, they don't want to be seen. For the most part, it's shown that they don't really, they don't like hate, or that it's not like there's not like a malice, but it's just it's kind of an indifference because they've been here for so
like,
long that we're just like another animal that will come and go.
Yeah,
And it's like, since we can see it, that's the other problem is people like Austin Osman Spare, like, I appreciate his work in chaos magic studies and stuff, but it's like, was summoning up an elemental the best idea just like kind of for fun? Like, I feel like that has repercussions
universally.
I mean, and like we look at that time, we look at
psyche, like the human collective psyche.
Yeah, and we look at people like then just all these people, these spiritualists in the 18th century, 19th century.
Like Charles Fort, fucking I mean, he was more just like journalist, journalist about it.
Aleister Crowley.
That's what
I was trying to think of. He was like summoning full up.
No, he was doing
elemental work,
things.
Which is
he was doing bad things, like objectively, like
it's like summoning up elementals with an angelic language is just a
like channeling entities, strange entities. Like I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to continue to look into elementals just because they are they're just the oldest force on Earth that is.
Yeah.
And like I think all magics are basically built off of them, and like all like and like just humanity is built off of it. And like,
I mean, any ritual you have is gonna like have something to do with like dirt, fire, water.
dirt, fire, air, water.
Yeah, dust.
You know, the element of dirt.
Dirt, awesome. Garbage, trash.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you know,
dirt,
like,
a cigarette, bad water, and a cough. Those are the four elements.
Yeah. And coffee grounds, wet down coffee grounds.
Yeah, there's something to it. There's even like I heard somebody else talking about it, but it's even like there's a term out of your element or feeling like stuff. People like. Not everybody, but some people will feel super in tune when they go out into nature. Oh, yeah. I think most people do. I mean, but there's like but more people than some people will feel more in tune if they like go out into like the ocean.
Some people like need to be around water. Mm-hmm. Some people need to be around like rocks, water, trees.
Yeah.
Sometimes
which means like I don't know if they're like
some people like are obsessed with fire.
Like and it's even incorporated into like birth charts and stuff where you kind of get your element.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if the one to your absolutely assigned from astrology is the one that is always like your
because there's like so depending on your sign too, like some signs are like fixed and some can be muted. So like if you have a muted sign, you can kind of like you're kind of all over the place, and it's even like it's a little more, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of like maneuverability within those elements because things like the air element, like when you're looking at the lore of things, that controls like rain and like snow and like weather, which can kind of then go into water stuff or like they're all very connected. Fire. Well, and if you're, because I'm an earth sign, so like getting in the woods, getting around trees is huge. But like having like water or like a running water is also like because there's minerals in water.
Yep.
Like you put your feet in like a stream, that's like minerals getting in there. Salt water, that's like a mineral. You're like connecting with it even like on a deeper level at that point. So it's like.
That
when
might
you combine them, it's like
that might be for people trying to like not even study, but just like trying to feel the elementals in their everyday life. Maybe just like even just to not make it too complicated. Look at the one that your zodiac that your birth chart assigns you, and just go from there. And see if it feels right, and maybe like do a little ritual, do an offering,
or even just think about like what like parts of nature are you like drawn to more? You know what I mean?
So, because I'm a Scorpio, I'm a water sign.
Yeah.
And I am drawn to water. Like I did all like the up to like lifeguard training and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
you've always been a swimmer.
I've been a swimmer, but at the same time, I have this crazy fear of like the ocean and deep water and stuff like that. So I think that all comes together.
Well, I think because water doesn't. I think the deep water is different.
It's different.
That's different.
It's
than
like
just
this
water.
unknown. It's unknown, but it has this like nice flow state. I feel like I'm pretty good with like moving between things. Kind of. I don't know. There's like an anxiety to that as well. That is just like apparent when water moves too fast, even just like with the splashiness
I think
of it.
There's like a respect you have to have for it as well, though. You know what I mean? Because that's how I feel in like the woods. Like I love getting out in the woods, but I like also. Like I like just wander off a path, and also I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no.
I'm
fucking lost here. Whoops. And then like. I incorporate specifically a lot of like fire elemental stuff into my like character sheet, if you will. Just that's with specifically with my like Loki and my study in Loki and priesthood and stuff. Like Loki is the sacred fire primordial.
I'd be willing to bet like your moon sign or your rising is like a fire sign then.
Sure.
Or you might just have like fire because your sun sign is only one part. I mean, there's like so many different aspects.
My rising is a fire. It's Aries.
Oh yeah. So exactly. So like that's like there's gonna be like it pulls in different directions. It's like a pretty complex thing actually when you like look into it. Yeah. Because I think I'm like Scorpio and Sagittarius, so I have like
you actually because there's like the 3 big ones that people point out, right? Mine is water, fire, and earth.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of missing that.
I kind of have that too.
I'm kind of missing that air, which I don't know. Then you can go into like maybe trying to find someone that like that gets like way too. I don't need to fucking do like romantic.
That's like
advice.
you're like your birth chart.
Because that also might not be the case. I don't know if opposites always attract, but I'm just trying to like talk about how even like I guess earlier I was saying how elementals don't necessarily play a big part in our life, but we just talked obviously they do.
Well, it's the thing. It's I don't think it's gonna like. It doesn't always. I mean, it's like one of those things, man. Like seeing synchronicities.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're out there, and you're like just like if you're looking to like connect with nature, it's gonna like it's gonna show you.
You're gonna feel it.
Like I've walked in the woods so many times, and like I swear trees like open up a path. Yeah. You walk down and then you turn around and there's no trail.
You can feel time like slowing.
Yeah.
It is like there's like
you can feel the vibration.
People...
you can tell they're like talking to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're trying to communicate.
That was another thing I was want to talk about because
water does too. Like I feel it.
I know in the breeze, like you hear whispers in the breeze sometimes. But I know in a much earlier episode we were talking about like a crying, like children crying coming from the waves.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, this is all like that's just like water nymphs calling. And there's actually.
I mean, how many? I mean, just for like looking at like a campfire, I've like stared into campfires and just like.
That's such good practice. That's like such a if you can just like
because if you do that and just like concentrate and like try to like take note of like what kind of thoughts just pop in your head. I mean, how is that not just like the elementals speaking to you? Well,
exactly. And how many times are you sitting around a campfire like watching this thing and like feeding it parts of the earth to like burn the. I mean, it's a fire does have all the aspects of it with like the growth to make the thing, to burn the thing, to give off this smoke.
And if there's smoke, that means there's like some sort of moisture in it. There's water in it, like, and then the air, the wind blows the smoke in your face.
And how many times are you just looking up at like the stars, like tracing out different like constellations, or just making your own, or just like I remember as a kid like looking up like with you at like campgrounds and like just looking up at the stars and just like imagining fucking what aliens are out there, or like just like what things are out there, just anything, not like this aliens.
Just how big it is.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to grasp that at all. I think, yeah, like you're around this fire thing, you're like in nature, you're in this like slowed state. Mm-hmm. It is. It's like it's powerful in this way where you can just be like, you can either choose to like come back from your fucking 3-day weekend and be like, okay, that was good. Like I got some fresh air, or it's relaxing. like I had like you can like have this spiritual thing where you're connecting with
the oldest forces.
Yes, the things that shape.
The things have always been there and will always be there. Like
yes,
it's been there since before the dinosaurs. It'll be here way after we're gone.
Agreed.
And it's like that's like one of the only constants is these forces moving around, and like being able to like connect with it in any way is like that's like it's I don't know, honestly one of like the most powerful fucking
there's a reason they're so striking is like
it's an insane thing.
It's like so there's like the chart of elements, and there's like the fucking real elements, the fucking like 4 that are like they're so primordial. It's like it's so obvious in a way that is necessary because it's like this is what is giving you life. This is what has been life forever, and it's what's been inanimate things too. It's a part of the whole fucking.
It'll show you things. It'll like teach you things.
And I don't know.
You'll learn a lot about yourself too. Like I don't know.
I don't know if like assigning, like even like intelligence or like kind of unconscious intelligence. You don't even have to like do that to appreciate it, but I specifically do. I mean, that's that's kind of where the actual like element. That's like where the summoning them comes in. It's there is this like intelligence beyond what we could understand.
Yeah, well, I think it's a thing too. Like there's like studies done that like, especially with like plants. Like if you go around plants and like acknowledge them, like if you go like, hey guys, like you guys are looking beautiful, like keep up, what's going on. Like you just acknowledge, be like, I see you like trees out here. Like they like understand that.
Yeah, opening it.
There's like they've done studies where like there's like one greenhouse and they go in and like say like positive things and acknowledge them, and then one they like say like mean things or don't say anything, and it's like they grow a lot more, they fruit a lot more.
It's just about like vibrations. That's with like music too. They play like classical stuff and it helps them grow and stuff.
It's dude. Because that's the thing. It's like you can say, oh, like your voice is just like you're just speaking words, whatever. But it's like, no, there's like frequency to your voice that you don't even understand. That's why, like, if you can say like mean things, but if you do it like in a happy tone to a dog, like they get pumped up still.
Mm-hmm. Because it's all
like,
about
oh, you
this.
fucking dumb piece of shit, dog. I love you.
Well, let me throw
They're
this
like,
at you. There's like, just like the similarities of playing music for a plant and the thing where pregnant women will play music like onto their tummy.
Yeah.
And like I think it's almost like we always talk about how babies, especially now we're gonna get into like life or whatever, and like, hey, I say abort them until they're like abort yourself at any time, whatever. We're actually gonna get into suicide stuff a little bit later with the water element, but the just that act of like
self-abortion, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, like this is not a thing about like life before whatever being born or whatever. This is just that I know. It's just the idea of something anyway.
Yeah, man.
That like just that being so close, or even still in the hands of like, I mean, you could
like
say
forming.
just in the hands of like reality forming you, in the hands of these elements. Basically,
Yeah,
it's almost that same level of like a plant. I guess I'll say they're like a plant. They're about as intelligent as a plant, and it's just like I'm a vegetarian, so I don't mind eating and killing plants. So I'll say you can. I don't know if you can eat.
I mean,
and kill
everything.
them.
I mean,
this is getting
it's like about as intelligent and as fucking rock. It's like that. I mean, that doesn't. I'm not saying it's not intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking everything's got intelligence to it.
I think I might have drawn some weird lines there. I don't want to talk too much. Like getting
it's
back
easy
to
to like get into like a weird void there, but
I
don't
am
know,
like I do just think there's something there.
So
with,
I think that's like women when they're pregnant, they get crazy cravings and shit too, because like there's like this consciousness kind of forming in their body that like.
It's like
it's
weird.
like, hey, I
need
need
certain
this.
nutrients and stuff.
Hey, I want some of this.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know. Maybe it's just hormones. Maybe it's just that. But it's like there might be more to that.
Fuck.
Maybe
Sometimes I accidentally make myself fully conservative Christian for a second, and I'm like,
well, I think it's not like they're not. I mean, there's thoughts you can have about it because it's not like they're like wrong necessarily. It's just like. I don't know. Like I get why you think. I mean, if you think people are like murdering babies, it's like that's kind of fucked up. But like,
if you think that, then it's.
But it's
fucked
also
up.
like.
But it's like you don't need to think that because that's not what.
No, like people can do whatever they want. Also,
for the new listeners, this is funny.
Yeah. But like I don't know.
We have good politics. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys.
Nah, man. Yeah. I mean, I think anyone can say like an abortion isn't like a great thing, but it's like you should be
I'm
able
all
to do
for
it.
like the Spartan of it all, of just throwing
I
it off
don't
a full
like.
cliff.
I think well, we're also two dudes talking about it, so it's like my thing is like, the women are the gateways. They're the gatekeepers.
Yeah,
they're gonna choose.
Yeah, that's
who they reproduce with.
That's a good line. That's a good line to draw and like kind of end
like
that
my
basic
take every
conversation.
time.
It's a woman's choice more than it is the man's
They're the
choice.
ones that have the fucking portal.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they have the fucking
Yeah. It's
Fuck,
like
man, I don't know.
It's do you want to summon something in or not? That is not my choice.
I'm gonna leave it up to them,
Yeah.
I guess. But
portal.
yeah, that's a fucking portal.
It
I
is
don't
a
know,
portal.
man.
It is.
Women are like the most magical things out there.
Oh.
The female dude.
Okay,
I love women.
Thank
dude.
you for all this. Thank you for driving in this direction. Most like water spirits are like female leaning.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
just
water
for
breaks. I don't know. We can move away from pregnancy though.
yeah, I don't care. We got
But,
a
I
full
mean,
pregnancy
yeah, I mean,
episode too, dudes. We should get a pregnant chick here to talk about it.
I would
maybe.
love to talk to a pregnant lady. I'm fascinated, dude. I see so many like young moms and like pregnant women coming to the bakery. It's like I'm like, damn, whoa,
Yeah,
that's nuts.
yeah.
Because when they have like a baby there, and then they have like a baby in the belly too, and you're like, whoa, you just make those?
Yeah, it is striking.
I don't know. I don't know. Women are special, man.
Yeah.
Like, they just fucking. They can create life, man.
Here at Pumpkin Hill Radio, we love women.
We love women, dude.
And not in like a creepy way.
No, just as like they're like why us live.
And then, and here's
Most important.
So I have no way of avoiding this exact lead-in talking about women and how wonderful they are and then like equating them to the water aspect because water is the water elemental is shown to be the most volatile and the one that makes you just straight up commit suicide the most. It's like well, like water nymphs are known to look at like mermaids, like the siren call of just like you coming into the water. Water like nymphs of all kinds are there to like there's stories of them literally whispering to people to just like come drown yourself in like this pool, whatever.
Stay down.
But on the other hand, then you have the water nymphs are also equated a lot to like the what is it, the crone and the three stages of like this that. Oh my god, I can't remember that. What is it? The what and the crone. It's not the Lion, the Witch, and the what.
Yeah, that's right. My bad.
It's like the three stages of this like. It's like the Trinity of witches, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck me. We're not talking about that right now necessarily. I'm just saying like there's a really like healthy aspect to it as well. And then in drawing it to some folklore stuff, like the water nymph is the one who gives away Excalibur. Yeah. Legendary weapons. We like talking about legendary weapons. Like I think that they're such powerful entities.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Water's in
like going back to the Greek myths, like there was like
I mean there's Poseidon.
Hades and Poseidon like fought about it. Kind of Hades acted like it was no big deal to lose it, but like he still wants a piece of the ocean so much so that the lowest portion of the ocean is called the Hadal Zone. Yeah. Because it just is Hades kind of down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like he's beneath the ocean.
So that's talking about the depths, yeah. So that's just a brief whatever, just like shouting about the elementals. They are a hard concept to really nail down. You can look at like Jinn. Oh yeah, like these ancient Jinn and like genie kind of type things from old like Sanskrit, like the oldest like Sanskrit writings. These things that are old fire spirits living in through the desert. That is what an elemental is, like point blank, basically. And you just have to imagine like that's a fire spirit like flowing through the sands. There's also there got to be everywhere then.
Oh
you know? It's just that some of those Sanskrit writings are the first that we were able to.
The oldest we can recover. I'd say like lightning is also probably like part of the fire elemental.
Well, and then we can tie it back. Perfect, Dawson, because we can tie it back into Midwest cryptids and with the Thunderbird.
Oh yeah,
with these storm callers. I mean, then we get into the sacred clown stuff. We're gonna put that on the side for right now.
Yeah. We'll get back into that.
But you're exactly right. Thunderbirds, these things that are creations of lightning, basically these elemental. I would call that. It's a fucking Zapdos. It's electric type. Which
is like I don't know. I think of it as a form of fire. Plasma fire. I don't know, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're talking, and hey, if you've been waiting this long to hear about like the Last Airbender, here's your little Last Airbender tip. Yeah. It's just that like if there is the lightning bending is a part of fire bending too.
Yeah. Yeah.
They kind of if people love that show, so like if you want to think about elements that way, I think that's fine. Like it does.
I mean, it's the same. It is. That is what it is too. That's
if you can channel it through that way, pepper a little bit of chaos magic in there, and then make that a real religion for yourself, basically a real set of values. Yeah. Then you're not going to be shooting fire out your finger. I actually think you probably could if you were able to channel it.
I think if you practice it, and if you have if you're like born at the right time, if you like have that in you, if that's like what you're like close to sleep, you have a lot of like fire signs in
that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Is like
I think in like the Last Airbender, I don't think you like choose which side.
No, you're born into it.
It's like, what's your blood? You know, what's in your like code. What are you gifted with? You know what I mean? And everyone has something.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I would say if you find that you are not particular to a certain element, I wouldn't say avoid it because you're going to want equal parts of all of them to feel in tune with everything. If you completely throw out, like I don't like the deep ocean stuff, but to throw out water completely as my main sign too, it's like that. You want to keep it all in there. Like fire, it's like people can be afraid of fire, or like not afraid, but people are you might not be in a situation to just have fire, dude. You might not even be in a situation where you're just gonna have like a campfire every weekend, but it's like light an incense, light a little bit of sage, have
light a candle and look at it,
or do like I know like you just recently just do like a sigil spell, right? Yeah. Write your sigil spell on a piece of paper and burn that. That's such an elemental practice.
It's beautiful.
Like you can look at I kind of do it toward Loki and all that, but it's like to take it back even a step further and more broad would be to do it just to the straight up element of fire. Yeah. And then I think that kind of hits all the gods you want to hit with that anyway.
No, well, yeah, because it's like, that's the thing. That's like the thing with the elements is like, you can't really have one without the other. Mm-hmm. They all like enhance and like bounce off each other. They're all like conflicting, but also pressing each other into each other. Like you know what I mean? It's like they form the circle. You know what I mean? They form like the yin and the yang, but like in a four ways.
No, it's like It's kind of like the type charts in Pokemon, but if they were
Yeah.
all super effective and not affected by each other, they're conflicting but equal, and they all help. And that's, I don't think conflicting is the right word. It's just this Gaia force that builds.
Yeah, they're like
different.
There's
hands
like a
of,
friction with it almost.
It's like different hands of Mother Earth, just like moving with different speeds and forces.
Yeah.
And that's elementals as far as
Yeah, elementals are sick. That's like I do love like just boiling it down as like on like a spiritual level as like that's like a good thing just to worship. I think is just
I think
the,
so.
The base elementals.
If you're not gonna,
if you boil anything down, it's basically just you just get down to that.
Mm-hmm. You praise the sun.
Yeah.
Sun's just like a level of heat. That's plasma ball. It's
that's
a fire.
entity. The fucking blood of Christ. That's water.
Mm-hmm. And then I mean, for me,
bread, earth. I don't know.
You could say the moon is kind of an earthy kind of thing. I think that would almost go in the space / ether category. For me, I do I have such reverence for the moon that like it's not like I don't know if it's like bragging. This is like the weirdest form of bragging. I'll like cry if I look at the moon.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Like I'm sure you get that too, but it's like
I think that's a big thing, especially dude, like big full moon.
I try
like even a tiny sliver.
There are some points when it's like striking, but I do try to give it.
Like
every time
I talk to the moon.
That's what I mean. I'm like
communicating.
I'll like
hey moon.
I'll like
ever heard that
I'll
song?
Fucking howl. Yeah, I love Hey Moon.
John Moss.
Austin showed me that like 10 years ago.
So good.
Love that.
Maybe have that close out with that one.
Yeah. Do out of that.
It's just you and me tonight.
Everyone else is asleep.
Yeah, you know that song. Check it out.
Hey, Moon.
That guy rocks.
Yeah. And maybe just like focusing on something celestial, whether that be the stars or the moon, or even just like cloud gazing. Maybe that's more that's more of like an air thing. But all that I think can be.
Dude. Cloud gazing's it's similar to stargazing. You like see shapes. You see. They move
and that's going to kill two birds with one stone because you're going to get your worship in that way if you just consider it. But it's also going to be eyes in the sky is fun than UFO business.
Dude, anytime I'm outside, I'm looking in the skies. Yeah. Almost to a fault. I'm probably missing things just on the ground. But
yeah, I'm constantly not very well adjusted. I feel like
staring at the chemtrails and everything.
Mm-hmm. So this has been a roller coaster of things.
Yeah, we've
I think we've kind of tied it together though a little bit at the end. Midwest cryptids, shout out to you. We'll do another episode. This will be like part 1 on that because there's more. There's the Hodag, which is like, and the thing is like I didn't want to pick out the ones that were like obvious hoaxes and stuff. Like we can talk about that one. The Hodag was kind of this like a business prospect, whatever. Maybe there's some truth to it. Not anything that I've read yet, but I want to give some light to these things and just like shout out to my Midwest homies and they're there. Maudlin out there, we interviewed them maybe like 15 episodes ago. Check that out. They have
out. Just the family out there.
Yeah, the family out there. Everybody. It's
anyone that gets out in the nature in the Midwest.
It's an interesting and people. I'll try to explain it to people because it's got especially where we're from. It's called the driftless region, and it's all the ice sheets going across the planet and coming down from more like Canada's direction. They fully missed that part of the Midwest where they rolled around it, and that's why. That's why so much of the middle of the country is flattened out, but our little area is full of bluffs and rivers and rolling. Yeah,
it's like these hills that are like.
And so, just like when we talked,
the river like carved through them too.
Yes.
So it's like these cliff edges.
Mm-hmm.
And,
well, you get on the top of the bluffs, you can see like the shadows of the bluffs going further out and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's see exactly where that river was just going.
It's just striking. It's
there's like fish fossils found up there all the time.
Well, there's tons of fossils, cave paintings because the Neolithic era was strong up there because stuff just wasn't swept out.
Yeah, the Mississippi River at one point was like miles wide, like 20 miles wide.
Yeah, that's fun.
You know what I mean? Like
just like we're talking about elementals, these such old things like this part of the earth, this part of the Midwest, like we're to talk about elementals and the Midwest cryptid. This part of the earth was not swept away by the ice age. It's just that even the rocks have been there for so long.
That's what's special about the Rocky Mountains out here too. Is like
it's been there.
They've just been hanging out.
It's just been there, like absorbing so much. Go back if you want to hear more about specific Midwest creatures. Go back and listen to our Maudlin episode.
Yeah.
I'll try to put a link to that in the description because we had there on the interview they did tell us about specific creatures, things they saw, and
give them a follow.
Give them a follow. It's a good band out of the Midwest.
Band. They have interesting stuff going on. They do the cryptid. They have like a little cryptid.
They also have a cryptid coloring book if you have kids.
Very fun.
Yes. I'll try to put a link to all of that just as a little shout out because I love them.
Yeah. No man, it's so I don't know. There's a lot of like There's a lot of like land in the Midwest too that's not developed or even farmland. Like once you get up to like the Northwoods and stuff,
it's old woods. The elementals haven't been disturbed as much, and the people that I know, like the indigenous people, they were still people. They still fucking had wars and fought, and like some of them were probably super shitty, just like people right now are super shitty. But it's like I think generally it's decided that they took care of the land better, and it's like
Comanches or something.
Yeah, some of those are some real bastards.
Nasty boys,
bad
boys.
Yeah,
nasty guys.
Because it and so
but, I mean,
like
that's also,
and also
you know,
it's
anywhere around the whole world, people were doing.
You can't just, I mean, you can say blanket indigenous, but the country's so fucking big. It's like looking at Europe and how there's so many different people and such. It's like there were completely different people doing their own fucking thing. But I think generally it's decided that they took care of the earth a little better.
Oh yeah, I mean, they lived with nature.
They just live with nature, which just puts you. I think it just. I don't know if it does put you more in tune with the elements, but it would also just
I think a lot of like
put them more at peace, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people lived a lot more in tune with nature just back then anyway. Like the people like pioneer people were like very much that's just what it was. Like I think up until like very like relatively recently we've like kind of disconnected, which is like that like late 1800s, early 1900s. We're kind of around when these dudes are doing these weird magic things, summoning weird shit. It's
the industrial age. It just happens so fast. We literally have like psychic whiplash right now, just we're being pulled out of this third eye realm.
Dude, that's why it's like I don't know. It just seems like a thing where like you talk to a lot of people and they're like, I want to like homestead. I want to go build a house in the woods. I want to like have a little farm. I want to grow plants. I want to have my own like.
That is like probably what humans are supposed to do.
People are like, we're like really just like, whoa.
Well, you're supposed to be in tune with it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's like
it's very important to like your mental health. I think it's like a huge part of like your mental health is like getting in touch with nature.
As we sit in
and just like physical
as we sit in the room podcasting, I'm about to edit this for a couple hours. And
after we're just
do
sitting,
like social media posts about it.
But
you take it with a you take
that's
what
the
you
world
can
we
when
live
you
in, man.
I mean,
you're also gonna go camping for a couple days, so like.
And if we aren't going to spread the word about this, who is, you know?
Yeah, fuck. We're all out here. I mean, it's because we can use it. It's not all bad, dude. Using technology, being indoors, like, isn't all bad.
No, it's mostly great.
You can use like it as a very good tool
to
like enhance your knowledge and like awareness of like nature and what it brings. You know what I mean? Like,
we're in the best time to be living, even though it's so shitty still.
I think there's a lot of bad stuff. I think we're like all hyper aware of it, but I think this is some of the best times, man. We're in pretty rad ass fucking times. Yeah.
He did say rat ass, but we love rats around here.
We're all about the
celebrate
rat ass.
#rats.
This rat ass is rocks.
We can do 20 more episodes on each of these topics, and if I don't stop us, we probably will just keep on talking.
Yeah.
Let's close this thing out.
We got more.
Stay
tuned. We'll get more in this
because this will be right in the middle of fucking fall time when this comes out. So I just want to just make sure it's just heavy on the fall stuff, heavy on that. Hey, an early happy Halloween to you. Yeah. Here's a little tip. Now that we're in the gourd season, especially leading up to Halloween, you're going to want to get a pumpkin pie pumpkin.
Yes.
Get a couple of friends over. Do this like beginning of October, right? Yeah. Have a carving party beginning of October because these pumpkins you carve, these pie pumpkins, you're not going to put them out. You're going to stuff them with like a cooked wild rice, and we do like tofu and peppers, and like you season it with good stuff and all kinds of veggies. You can get all kinds of stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
Not you don't have to do right. You can do any couscous. You can do anything in there. Stuff it.
Yeah.
And then you can bake that thing after you've already cooked the stuffing. Bake the whole thing in the stuff it with the jack-o'-lantern carved into it, so the stuff will ooze out of the mouth. Put the top back on it.
That way, it's like
This was a trade secret from my wife. I'm sorry to be revealing this, Maya. But I want the people to know about the best.
Share the love.
This is a shared love.
I would hate to know people aren't doing
this. This is the best. This is the meal that I look forward to all year, and I'm probably going to plug this meal.
You can redo it again
all season.
You can also do it again for Thanksgiving as well.
Well, that's what I mean. To start early with this because you can twist it, and it's just it's a good way to be able to carve pumpkins more than once.
Oh yeah.
I do like to get it in 2 or 3 or 4 times just to like get the carvings in, have some fun ones.
Playing with pumpkins, man.
Playing with pumpkins.
So good. I
gotta
go find some gourds.
If you listen, or if you end up making that, please post pictures of it online, or just like send us an email about it and tag us. I would love to see your creations. I'm gonna definitely be posting this year.
Oh yeah.
We're closing out, so just like I guess to get into Halloween, the vibe.
Just like just notice the leaves.
Notice the
leaves changing.
Yes. when you walk outside of your house.
Because I've had years where I all of a sudden I go outside and all the trees just look dead. I'm like, what happened?
Watch them change. And when you
gotta
walk outside of your
observe it,
house,
appreciate it.
whenever you do, just take a second to listen to the leaves blowing and just hear that.
1 minute, 5 minutes. Of
If you need a little help getting into the
witnessing
Halloween spirit, go to our Patreon. You can find the link below. That's
Yeah.
patreon.com/PumpkinhillRadio. You can sign up for a free membership and get access to our files, Dropbox file folder, whatever. That has over 100 Halloween type pictures, kind of nostalgic, retro looking stuff. Actually, some from our just Halloween party last year too.
Oh,
just
nice.
like not any
It's a
like
good time.
nasty ones, but just like of the zone.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
not
fun, dude. We've carved pumpkins. and
actually
all
like
that
2
shit.
years ago, I guess. But yeah, just it's a good little. It's something you get for free, and then you'll get once you sign up on Patreon, you'll get all the little updates on what we're doing. I just want everybody to be a part of it as we grow. You don't have to fucking pay money. I don't care, or you can pay like $1.
No.
Just whatever.
I mean, you can pay with just a comment. Say, hey.
Yeah, say what's up.
Hey.
Yeah, that's our Patreon. We're really working on getting more stuff out there all the time now. I'm gonna start my goose. You're too little early, Dawson. We got it.
Okay. I'm just getting it, dude. I'm showing them.
Yeah, so just check that out. We're gonna be growing that constantly, and I can't wait for you to get there. You're gonna love the content there.
Yeah.
It's a single episode there right now, but it's honestly worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like one of our better episodes. It's like I should have just put it on the main feed for the views,
Yeah.
but you're gonna like it when you get there. So that's the Patreon. Go ahead and send us your stories. Anything spooky related,
Cryptids
any
you
requests.
don't hear us ever talk about.
Yeah, want to hear a weird cryptid for us to dig into for a full hour? Go ahead and email us.
Full on research.
And then also to get our Discord link, because it expires every 7 days. So just pumpkinhillradio@gmail.com. If we give you that email and you don't open it for 8 days and then it expires, email us again. I'm not going to be mad. I don't care.
Yeah. Bother us, please.
We love rats here. APOPO. That's APOPO.
We celebrate rats.
That's an organization that helps defuse landmines in Cambodia and Tanzania, and that's through rats. And we support the rat here.
Search and rescue missions.
Specifically, Ronin, our mascot, who we have adopted. He's on us.
The Pumpkinhill Rat.
So go there if you want to donate. Follow us on Linktree for all our links. You can do the socials. It's popping on all our socials. Specifically, it's Threads, the Instagram flavored Twitter, which has been working out really well for us. If you post there, I'll be sure to call you out. We do that all the time here now. Go to pumpkinhillradio.etsy.com for pins, prints, and more. We got a lot of fun stuff there, new stuff all the time. Dawson, we got a new logo.
Yeah, dude,
right
we got
now.
new design.
Yeah, shout out to the designer. I'll put their
Shouts
link in
out.
the thing too, because that was nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're liking the
Polishing
new,
it up, dude.
yeah, it just looks nice.
Season 3 is dude, we're getting the aesthetics down.
If you look at the old logo and you just go look at the new logo, it's like he made mine good.
Yeah.
It's like the same idea. The clouds are even the same placement. It's just a better looking thing.
He just you
So-
can tell he's a professional.
If you're listening to this and this came on randomly, go ahead and unlock your
I thought,
iPhone to see it on the player.
Travis is a great artist, but this guy is like you can tell he's just a legit.
I appreciate that, Dawson.
Yeah, dude. Of course.
Yeah, this guy's an actual designer.
He's like he knows how to design
Yeah,
things
yeah.
to make look like good.
And
I mean, it looked good, but this is like
This is good.
You know what I mean?
So we're gonna get like shirts, but we're gonna
It's like
make stickers.
to be a thumbnail.
You're gonna want to
like
be a
logo.
part of this thing.
Yeah.
And then Dawson, what do they do on w.gg for 10% off?
Code Star Mother.
That's right. And that shit rocks.
Yeah, it does.
Anything else you want to say before we close this bitch?
I love you.
Nice. Come on back, folks. This has been
Yeah.
Pumpkinhill Radio. I'm your host, Travis
Got a lot
Wormwood.
more. We got a lot more to dig into.
We got Dawson
Constantly.
Trailer over here.
Yeah, Dawson
Yep.
Trailer.
Always stuff moving. So
I'll probably get on socials eventually.
yeah, you're getting a new phone soon.
We'll
I'm
get
gonna
that.
make sure that you're a part of it. We'll plug yourself
Yeah.
too then,
I gotta get on that.
and we can put some of your music on the Patreon too if you want. We'll work on that.
We'll get
All right,
that going.
folks.
We'll get that going.
We'll see ya.